Oh, the wonderful Vinny. Right, my next guest has only been part of the Strictly family for a few weeks, but she's already made a tremendous impact. Please be upstanding for Strictly's new head judge, the Right Honourable Shirley Ballas. Let me kiss you. Shirley, you are fabulous. You really, really are. And what? I mean, you absolutely smashed it last weekend. How was your debut? And were you nervous, Shirley?
Yes, I have to say I was nervous.
Yeah.
My heart went also to all the celebrities as to how nervous they were. But just as I was about to go on, the zip broke on my dress.
Oh, no.
Yes,
I hate it when that
that's
happens.
the thing that they don't see at
Right.
the audience. And then I had two ladies sewing me in it like this as I'm scurrying to go, you know. So, and then there was that emotional moment, you know, where you realise where you've arrived, where you came from. So yes, I was nervous, and I felt for the celebrities as well.
I know. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? These ladies are so excited that you're here. There was a huge outpouring of love from the audience, from everybody, from all the celebs, from the dancers. Have you been able to leave the house this week without a disguise?
Well, I have. You know, I like to use public transport. I use the train a lot, so I just leave 30 minutes earlier now. But what I do notice is when I'm on the train, everybody's on their cell phones anyway.
Yeah.
So I counted about 8 people on their cell phones. So I thought, oh, this is easy. So it wasn't difficult at all. No.
Oh,
and I
brilliant.
like people, and I like to meet new people. So.
And also, I love it at this time of year, because people just love, wherever you go, they just want to talk about the show, and it's such a joy to share, isn't it? I think.
Everywhere.
When you talk about it. I know.
The taxi man who takes me and different people, everybody seems to love
I know.
the show.
Taxi drivers love this show, and they're always like, don't tell my wife. But I love this show. Your son, Mark Ballas, now, a lot of people know who he is, but some might not know. He has, I think he's won Dancing with the Stars in America twice.
Correct.
Yeah, did someone squeal there? He's partners with Kim Kardashian and also Catherine Jenkins. We can see him here. Did he have some advice for you before you started? Did he help get you on board? How's Mark played?
He did, but I just want to take my Strictly hat off for a moment, put my mummy hat on.
Yeah.
And I just want to say a huge congratulations to him. He's just wrapped up on Broadway playing Frankie Valli.
Oh,
he had
my
the lead role on Broadway playing Frankie Valli.
OK, Miguel was goosebumpy.
He recently got married, and him and his wife formed the group Alexander Jean, and both their albums went to #1 on the singer-songwriter chart. And plus, he's doing Dancing with the Stars, and I'm doing Strictly, so
He
it's
does
great.
all of that. I love
He
it.
does.
Like, she's a proud mum.
OK, put my Strictly hat back
I
on
know,
now for all the mums
that's
out there.
wonderful. And the thing is, we don't need to prove your credentials, but we did have a little route through the archives, and we found this incredible clip of you performing back in the 1992 UK World Dance Championships. Here is Shirley in action. This is why she knows her stuff. Look at that outfit, and look at those legs. Do you have fond memories?
I
of
do.
that?
I do actually remember these positions. In one of them, I was slightly off balance, and my husband then, Corky, grabbed me and saved me and put me into position. So yeah, that was a great evening.
It's just incredible. I've seen the one of you doing the rumba spin this week. It's amazing.
Shirley. You've seen that one.
Shirley. Will we see any dancing further down the line on the show, possibly?
Well, I do have a small desire. You know, I work at the Starlight Ballroom with Marcus Hilton and Karen Hilton, MBE, my very good friends of many years. And Anton de Beck always used to come in for his lessons, and he'd say, give us a twirl, Shirl. So I'm hoping that he'll take me up on that. I would love to have a little twirl with Anton de Beck.
We loved you on the launch show. Here you are doing your stuff on the launch show. So movie night, would you reckon? Halloween? I don't know. There's got to... We need more Shirley dancing on the show. Look at you. Craig's so jealous. And let's talk about Strictly 2017 then. Who surprised you the most, Shirley, in week 1?
Well, there were quite a lot of surprises on the evening, but I think the biggest surprise for me was Debbie McGee.
Yes.
When she came out, you know, she had this extension going, but I mean, it's a beautiful extension, and she got right into the Paso Doble. But what I was most impressed with, you know, she's doing basic chassé capes. She actually managed to do the advanced version with kicking her legs. She actually managed to do some flamenco moves. She even had a promenade to counter promenade moves, different technical moves, which I appreciated. So not only did she have flair and style, she came out there and she went for it, and she represents all the women of my era.
Yeah.
So I was hailing the flag there.
Go on, Debbie. We've got great stuff to come from her, I feel.
Yeah.
We must talk about the Reverend Richard Coles.
Talking about an angel. Talking about an angel.
Arms. It just, every time I've seen it this week, I just have this huge smile on my face. You said your head and your heart were odds. There he goes.
I mean, come on. Look at him.
Look at that! How can he not make you happy? You gave him a 6. Now, what are you expecting from him technically this week, Shirley?
Well, I was impressed that he had content in this dance. He did have content, but I'm hoping to see this week that he has a little bit of a better postural line. And I'm also hoping, I'm not sure actually which dance he's got. Which dance does he have? He's doing American Smooth. Oh, well, then he has to have flow. So I said last week about the heel, toe, toe, toe.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that he has a little bit neat footwork. I'll be looking for that in a great postural line, but I'm sure he's going to bring entertainment.
Rich is at home right now going, help me. Fantastic. Also, one couple will go home at the end of this weekend. Now, that's after a dance-off. If it comes to a tie-break situation, you have to make the call. How do you feel about that role, Shirley?
Well, I don't think that's a pleasant role for anybody personally. You know, I mean, everybody's trying so hard. They put in hours and hours over the whole week. I mean, I don't want to be the one particularly to send somebody home, so I'm hoping the other judges get it right.
OK, yes, pass the buck.
But, you know, I will really do it without fear or favour, and I will look at who is the best dancer at that particular moment. But, yeah, I do feel that that's going to kill me inside. Oh,
Shirley, we are absolutely loving you on this show.
Oh,
Isn't she fantastic?
Thank you.
Have a great show, Ballas. Right now, we've got an exclusive look at this weekend's pro group number, which involves a good old-fashioned game of 10-pin bowling. This sounds right up my alley. Sorry, I'll get my coat. Sorry.
This week we're dancing bowling-themed jive, because that's how we roll. Get it?
This is really fun bowling routine. Apparently Gorka is not so good at it.
Gorka's not so good at it, but somebody else might be great at it. And if you just watch me, I'm really good with the pins.
As well as being a bit jivey, we've added elements of like jazz, and it's really kind of down into the ground, kind of all partner work with the kind of grooves and stuff like that. So it feels very, it feels very different.
It's very fast-paced, it's non-stop. As soon as that music starts, you're like, lift, spin. Everything goes crazy.
Good. From the clicks again, girls coming down. As well as the fast-moving choreo, we've got loads of props going on. We've got bowling balls and pins rolling around all over the place.
My favourite part of the dance is when the 3 boys lift me in the corner. We do a really cool flip up, flip down, and flip back up again.
For me, the best thing about the routine is the fact that the dancers can just have fun and let themselves loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right, that's all we can show you for now, so tune in on the weekend to see if it's a strike.
Jeanette looks great, even with no makeup on. I'm joined again by our fabulous Friday panel. It's time to turn our attention to the boys. We're going to start at the top of the leaderboard. And Aston dancing with a lady you know oh so well.
Oh,
Melvin.
Aston and Jeanette Manrara.
Jeanette Manrara. Here they are, practising their salsa. Yes, they're dancing to Despacito. I thought that was the audience singing there as well. Now, has he got the skills, Melvin?
I think, you know, Aston's got it on lock. They look great together.
They really do.
It's a perfect song as well. I think they've got it on lock. Definitely this weekend.
And
I think last weekend they were the highlight of the weekend for me.
Really?
I know I'm biased because I love Jeanette.
You're going to be biased, aren't you? I love it. Marion, Nadia. Let's look at David and Nadia. OK, they did their steamy cha-cha-cha last week. One of the highest-scoring dances. Now, can they match that natural chemistry with a quick step?
Yeah.
They're dancing to the strokes.
I know, it's great, though, but it's really, it suits.
It suits it.
Yeah, it does. I think they're an amazing couple.
Yeah.
They're perfectly matched. Like, they're the same height, and they're sort of equally, exquisitely beautiful.
I know.
They're good together.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I don't watch The Enders, so I don't know him.
Yeah.
But she's new to me as well. But already, I'm kind of emotionally invested in them, you know?
Isn't that incredible? How do they do that?
It's great.
Immediately.
Yeah.
OK, now, Jodie, last week the judges wanted a bit more character from Johnny. He's dancing on his blade this week to his jive. Yeah. Here they are in training. I love how tough she is with him. He's quite enjoyed this dance.
Absolutely. I think because he's super fit, you know, he's an athlete, that this is just going to be really suit him. And I think he's great. Last week when I was watching him, I was like, oh, get in there. who is
Johnny.
fantastic.
I know. He's such a beautiful boy as well, isn't he?
really is.
OK, Melvin, Simon and Karen following their paso with a waltz. It could get emotional. Here they are. Are you looking forward to what he could cook up this
Yeah, I think this is more suited to what Simon's about. I think the paso was really hard to do for the very first week.
Big dance.
It's a massive dance for the first weekend. But look, he looks really comfortable there. He's got great posture. And he's in great hands again.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I know, it looks lovely. What a song. I know, I think there are going to be tears. There'll be tears tomorrow night. OK, now, Joe and Katya seriously impressed everybody last week with that jive, slightly across the bonnet, all of that. Quite a lot to live up to follow on from that, Marion. They're doing a tango. It's all got to be down in the knees. You've got to have the attitude. Has Joe got that for you?
Yeah, again, I mean, he was another big surprise last week. But look at him already. Like, he's fantastic, and he's got the face because he has the actorly skills so that he can kind of channel the whole thing. Also, he was so lovely last night talking to you. You know, I didn't know him at all, and again, I'm sort of in love with the pair of them, you know?
I just have to say that the quality of everyone from this week, I just...
It's through the roof.
I cannot wait until it gets to the final, or even the semi-finals.
It's making me laugh at you how hysterical we all are. It's only week 2.
I know.
We're just like... And each year you think, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Last year's final. Amazing. OK, let's move on to Brian and Amy. And they're doing a cha-cha-cha. Loving Brian. Can he pull this off? Jodie, here he is, practising.
He's just got such great character. I think this will suit him down to the ground. I think
Marion's
as long as
clapping.
you clap. You're clapping.
It's going to be a comic masterpiece. This is going to be the serotonin shot of the night.
Yeah,
We're all going to be so
He's
joyous.
got to smile.
Yeah,
I want
he's
to see
got
that
to work
big,
to his
gorgeous
skills.
smile.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Don't bother with the dancing. Make us laugh. And we'll vote for him.
Yes. No, I'm with you.
Well said. Brian, do it. OK. Now, last week, most of the judges had great praise for Reverend Richard and Diane for bringing the entertainment value. I can't stop watching their dance, actually. An American Smooth for them. Melvin, are you a fan?
If he's anything like last weekend, then I am sold. I want to see a dance-off with him and Ed Balls at some point. I'll pay good money for that.
Me too.
Definitely.
Yes, I know a lot of people have said that. Now, do you think that you can go in sort of too good?
No, you've got to go in early from the start.
Right,
Definitely, I think. And I think he's just such a character and great to watch. Look at him.
He's gorgeous. I think he's definitely got room to grow.
Room to grow.
That's so
Room to grow in skills.
Kind of.
Yes.
But we like that, though, don't we?
Yes.
Because that's the thing. I think if you're going too good, you've got nowhere to go.
Exactly.
But
He can only get better in the best possible way. And can we also have an extra point for her hair? Her hair is just, come on.
We love her.
It's
and
amazing.
she's wonderful with him as
She
well,
is.
isn't she?
She
Who are
is.
you most looking forward to see dance this weekend?
Oh, I have to say the Reverend.
Yeah, the
for
Reverend.
Me.
To be honest, I'm looking forward to Brian.
Brian.
Yeah,
Brian.
I think
What
it's
about you? Out
wonderful.
there?
I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Reverend.
Yeah.
Right, thanks for the little survey. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. OK, somebody has to go home this weekend. I know it's a terrible thing, but it is the nature of the beast. Jodie,
I can't.
Who could be the unlucky one?
It's so difficult. I can't even think. I mean, I looked at the odds and I said, because I knew you were going to ask me this, so I went, right, the odds, who was it? And it was between Simon and Brian. So that's all I can say, but I really hope it's neither of them. I don't want anyone to go.
I don't want to leave.
Don't want anyone.
Melvin, you've been in this.
Listen,
It was you, bless you.
I'm very sensitive about this subject.
Yes, let's
So I can't even answer it. I still get upset now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm bringing it
Let's
all
move
back.
on. Let's move on. I can't answer.
You won the Christmas special.
Yeah!
Marion, who's going home?
I'm always wrong.
Okay.
Please don't let it be Simon.
OK, you are brilliant. Our Friday panel! Right, for the final time tonight, let's go to the Welsh short spot, Gethin Jones, who earlier today caught up with Chizzy and Pasha and Brian and Amy.
In the start bar, I found Chizzy and Pasha and Brian and Amy, and you're going to have to give yourselves your own round of applause. Yeah. Nice whistle. Brian, you've got the cha-cha tomorrow night. Have you been getting some tips from Chizzy?
No. What should I do, Chizzy?
Breathe. Try not to die. Wow. It is tiring.
This is going to be an interesting cha-cha. If you can't dance it, maybe you'll flirt with the judges again. You gave Shirley a rose last week. Any bribes this week?
I'm happy to give the judges anything if we do better than last week. You know, we are bottom of the board, and Amy did point out that if people haven't got a flat screen telly, they won't be able to see us. We are that low. You know, if people got a normal telly, they'd be like, where are they anyway? And we're just like, you've got to get a flat screen, or even one of those archy ones, just to see us.
That's a tremendous angle looking for positivity, Amy. Your first show last week, there must have been, you know, not the best start, was it?
No, I still really enjoyed it. I thought Brian did really, really well, and I just loved every second of it.
How's the cha-cha looking?
It's looking pretty good. Yes.
We're throwing everything at it. We've got
literally everything.
Yeah, everything, and the kitchen sink. You know, the public are voting this week, so we knew we had to pull out all the stops. And I've hurt myself. I've got physio later on.
It does get painful, even after a week. Weren't Chizzy, you were doing a bit of flirting last week with the judges as well. Foxtrot tomorrow night. How's that looking?
Yeah, it's looking foxy.
Yeah.
Is it? I never saw you with long hair, by the way.
I know.
You look great.
Oh, thank you, but it's a pain. It's getting tangled already. That's all going to get in your face tomorrow night.
Talking of flirting, actually, like now you're flirting back. Have you fallen in love with her yet?
He has fallen in love with me. He fell in love with me from.
Did I ever had the chance?
Yeah, well, not really.
Not really.
It's a bit difficult when we're dancing together because he does just look in my eyes and I have to look away. That's why I'm doing the foxtrot, so I don't have to look at him.
I think most people say about Pasha, when he looks at me, I get a bit funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you feel funny?
All over. Anyway, moving on. But are you confident that you can pull off the foxtrot tomorrow night, Pasha?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are perfectly ready.
Yeah.
And Chizzy's gonna give the best performance of her life.
I think both couples are ready. I'm in love with both of you as well. Sorry, back to you. Good luck.
We're loving you too, Devin.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Have you had a spray tan?
Thank you very much, gorgeous Gethin. He will have plenty more intel from the glamorous corridors of Elstree every Friday this series. I feel like I'm about to present Top of the Pops. I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks to my guests, and make sure you join Tess and Claude of Strictly Come Dancing tomorrow night, 6:45 on BBC One. I'm back Monday with the first couple to leave the competition. Now singing us out with her new single, Go to Work, it's the brilliant Nadine Coyle!